So they're obsessed now with getting Elon Musk out of there after the 130 days. DOGE also found hundreds of millions of dollars in fake unemployment claims. The audacity of Governor Walz to single out Elon Musk as like a bad billionaire.
I have another episode of Fox Outnumbered for us to jump into, as they claim to have found more massive amounts of waste, fraud, and abuse to the tune of over $100 million, courtesy of DOGE, of course. So leave us a like on the video if you can. It helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. And let's hop right into the madness.
DOGE also found hundreds of millions of dollars in fake unemployment claims. Get this, guys. Since 2020, over 24,000 people over 115 years old claimed $59 million in benefits. 28,000 people between 1 and 5 years old claimed $254 million. Nearly 10,000 with birth dates over 15 years in the future claimed $69 million. And in one case, someone with a birthday in 2154 claimed $41,000. Because now apparently we're all time traveling. And yet Democrats are still trying to run Elon Musk out of town. Axios reports that they're launching a campaign to oust him by May 30th on a, quote, legal technicality where Musk's special government employee status can't exceed 130 days. Now, failed vice presidential candidate Tim Walz has been lobbying nonstop attacks on Musk.
Yeah, that would be great, except this is another misrepresentation. These are cases of fraud that have already been found, most happening when the emergency aid program was expanded under COVID, when Trump was president, by the way, when a lot of people tried to fraudulently abuse the system, right? I mean, these were caught though, but they were then placed into pseudo records, which Elon Musk is now finding. Pseudo records is a means of record keeping that is done when there is fraud that occurs under a false identity, because you want the real person whose identity is being stolen to be separate from the very real instance of fraud that happened under, whether it's their social security number or whatever. This has also been confirmed by the Labor Department as exactly as what's happening. So it's another case of Elon either showing, one, he's too incompetent to understand the data to do this job effectively, or that he's willing to lie in hopes to destroy crucial programs. Either way is completely disqualifying, and either way Fox probably knows and is still promoting these lies.
The audacity of Governor Walz to single out Elon Musk as like a bad billionaire. When we talk about contributions to society, he's done nothing but help this society, medical developments, rescuing astronauts and more. And yet George Soros, for example, a billionaire that has led directly to the destruction of society, deaths, and yet that's who Walz is calling to demonize?
Yeah, I love that we're starting in reverse order, because that really teed me off. Elon Musk. What has this man contributed to the globe? SpaceX, the first time private sector sent people up into space. And then, oh, wait, you rescue the astronauts who have been stranded there for months and months and months.
Soros is a much better person than Elon Musk. I mean, this comparison is hilarious. The anti-Semitism is really showing, because it's like Soros Jewish, but Musk not Jewish. You know, Soros has donated 62% of his wealth to various causes, including fighting disease and poverty. He donated like millions to New York just to hand out like benefits cards to single moms. Elon Musk didn't even pay income tax through Tesla in 2022 and 2024. Also, SpaceX has subsidized billions through the government. So like pretending it's a gift to public from Elon and not a profit vehicle and not something that is gained tremendously because of the government is insane. It's hardly the private sector. He's also now the richest man in the world, attacking unemployment, Social Security, Medicaid, food stamps. I mean, Elon Musk is the epitome of a bad billionaire, dodging taxes, paying less on billions in income than the middle class does on tens of thousands, using his wealth to the tunes of hundreds of millions to sway the election, and firing workers from his companies for union activity. What is the good trait here? That he knows how to invest his money well?
Tell me about the attention that the left is placing on what seems to me a misplaced target. So they're obsessed now with getting Elon Musk out of there after the 130 days that you can only work per 365, with no attention paid to the astronomical figures I read, the ridiculousness of who we've been paying in the form of waste, fraud, and abuse. Why is there no attention on that? And a thank you given to Elon Musk.
How about a thank you for the transparency that he and the Doge team have put out there? You can go onto the website right now. They've got a live tracker for Doge, and it shows dollar per dollar how much they have saved the American taxpayer.
Well, that's because they've mostly been complete lies, right? Like Elon stating that dead people over 150 are getting Social Security, only for Trump's own Social Security admin to come out and say, hey, that's literally not true. Less than 1% of 1% of payments are fraudulent, or that we're sending 50 million in condoms to Gaza, which has been debunked over and over. And the transparency she's talking about on the website, first, the transparency and threatening to arrest people for releasing the identities of the people working for Doge, and then like refusing to let us know who they are, and then we still haven't seen them, and then lying about who's running Doge. Remember when it was that random lady, but now they're saying, well, like, where's the transparency there? And also transparency on the website. You mean when they make those big social media posts, these press announcements, Elon Musk goes on Fox and they talk about these huge numbers of fraud to the tune of billions or hundreds of millions, only for them to revise those numbers down weeks later or completely remove them when they're debunked, and there's never mentioned that as part of any of it. Also, volunteer work. We know for a fact Elon Musk burned through $7 million in just his first week. He's also going to get favorable, like, terms through regulations and things from being in Trump's ear. But like, who knows how much money he's burned through with Doge so far just to lie to us about publicly available data, all with 19-year-old neo-Nazis doing his bidding and getting the data and secure information of millions of Americans. I mean, the whole entire thing is a heaping pile of doo-doo that these people are still trying to continuously sell to us as gold, but nobody's buying it, which is why Doge is massively unpopular.